Hello, my name's Travis. I make YouTube videos and this is one of them. Now before we start today, I want to let you know that 100%, rounded up to the nearest $100 of the money raised from our patrons, will go to help the refugee and migrant crisis in Europe, North Africa, and the Middle East. This continues the tradition here at DevTips of giving back when we can. This started last spring when we, as a community, donated $500 to the Save the Children Haiti Disaster Relief Fund. If you also want to make a personal donation, the links for that are in the description below. So you're watching a bit of an overview for this series that I call Design and Code My Personal Website in 12 Hours. Last week I published the final video for this series and this is what we made. It's my personal website. I've been waiting a long time to get this done, and eventually I decided the only way to get it done and also maintain my weekly YouTube show is to do it with you guys. So I'm really grateful that you came along with me on this journey of completing my website. It was kind of cool because I named this series blah 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 in 12 hours, but I didn't really know how long it would take. I just like the number 12. It sounds good. Because who would watch a video series that's 13 hours long? No, it's gotta be 12. And so now, after like 4 months of working on it together, the final timestamp of these 25 videos turns out to be 11 hours and 38 minutes. Nailed it. Now this has been a complete series of design and code. We didn't start just coding right away. We spent the time to go through the discovery process. We sketched multiple wireframes. There's even a 2-hour Photoshop video in there, which interestingly enough is like the most popular video in the entire series, by far. And the other week we finished up the last bit of front-end code, but even though the series is complete, the work is not over. So in this video, I want to talk about just the last steps we needed to get done in order to go live. After that 12th hour video, I identified 4 more things I needed to quickly do that were either outside of the scope of the video series or things that we've already done in other videos that I could quickly point to and talk about them here, and you could just get the idea. So here's my quick list of pre-launch to-dos. Number 1, activate that JavaScript scroll. Number 2, port the Jekyll blog articles from the existing travisnielsen.com into this new one. I needed to comment out that mentoring section. I realized that I'm not ready to add more complexity to my schedule right now. I do plan on sorting that out sometime soon, but also I need to add like a booking or a scheduling mechanism in there somewhere, and I haven't even thought about that yet. And lastly, to publish it live. Just put it out there on the internet. I use GH Pages from GitHub to put it out for free. So let's start with item 1, activating the JavaScript scroll. You see this navigation here? It was supposed to scroll to the correct section when it was clicked. I deferred this when we were doing the header section. I never came back to it. It's not a big deal. We've done this kind of thing before. Check out this video from another series where we solved the exact same problem. And then look at last week's video with Fred where he basically rewrites that specific JavaScript to make it more proficient. So checking those out, you know exactly how to do this next thing. Moving on. The second item was just outside of the scope of the project. We did talk about how to set up Jekyll blog posts in our 8.2, but I needed to make sure that my weird articles plugged in and worked, and also I needed to create an index page, so when somebody clicks see all articles, it actually goes somewhere. So check out our 8.2 for how to set up a Jekyll blog loop. And the third item was simple enough. I just commented out everything that had to do with mentoring until I have enough time to go back and support that service. And lastly, I did publish the site already on github.com using the GH Pages service. There's a link in the description below to a how-to guide if you want to do the same thing. It's really, really easy. So now that I uploaded the site to GH Pages, it's visible to the world. There might be a few bugs, but it's more or less done, and I'm really happy that it's done. It's been such a long time in the making. Thank you so much for coming along with me on this journey. I'm working currently on the next multi-part series that should be ready in the next few months. But in the meantime, we're going to be doing a few fun one-off video topics for a while. So if you have any, single video-sized requests, leave them in the comments below. And if I can do them, and they seem fun to me, then I will make a video about it. Have I told you about the awesome community we have rocking over on patreon.com/devtips? Patrons enjoy different perks for supporting the show, like access to early videos and a 24/7 live chat. It's awesome. Friendships are being made, questions are being asked and answered, and work is being critiqued. It's pretty amazing to see. Learn more at patreon.com/devtips. I hope to have a new vlog post out soon, and until then, keep on hacking.